Okay, welcome back to part 2. As you can see, I'm using the 3 guard with the lever open. And I'm just going to use that to continue to blend the hair, shape it up, and use that flick out motion. Again, going around the head, just continuing that flick out motion, shaping everything up and blending it together. Okay, so now I'm using no guard with the lever slightly open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick out that line. If you see, there's a transition zone between the area where I use my liners to bald my hair and some of the shorter hair, and somebody's going through and slowly flicking up and going around and blending that line together. Sometimes you have to make different adjustments depending on how much hair is there. So you have a little bit more hair, you may have to open or close the lever accordingly to get that nice blend. And the more you cut your hair, the more you will realize in which situations you need to open the lever more or close the lever more. So now I have the 1 guard on with the lever closed. I'm just going to go up about 3/4 of an inch to that next line and do the same thing. Just slowly, repeatedly flick out that line and get it to blend in. Going around the hair, making sure everything is nice and blended, trying to flick out that middle line. Well, one of the middle lines. Now I'm using the 1.5 guard with the lever closed, and I'm going up another 1/2 inch and continuing to flick out that line. Okay, so here there's just an area in the back where I felt like it wasn't blending very well, and I needed to go back and do a little bit of detail work. So I'm just using my Andes Slimline Pros to detail up that area, and I believe I switch over to my wall here. And as you guys start cutting your own hair, the more you cut your hair, the more you'll start to realize when there might be an area where you do a little bit of detail work, and you'll be able to determine for yourselves which guard level to use and whether or not the lever should be open or closed. It all just comes with experience. So right here, this is the 1/2 guard between no guard and the 1. I'm just going over and doing some more blending. Okay, so now switching to the 1.5 guard with the lever open, and just going through and continuing to blend. So here I've decided to stick the 4 guard on, So I believe I'm towards the end. I believe I'm towards the end of shaping up my hair, and so I'm just going around getting some last minute details in, getting some last minute blending in, doing some last minute shaping of my hair. So now that that is done, I'm now going to line up my forehead. First, I like to pick out the hair in the front, push it back a little bit, make sure that I'm able to truly see my hairline so that I'm not pushing back my hairline when I go to line myself up. It can be a little bit more difficult to line yourself up when you have a lot of hair in your head. So that's why it's important to make sure you can clearly see your hairline. Okay, and so now what I'm doing is I'm fading out my beard, and so I am using the different levers. I believe at first I had the one guard open, and then I used no guard with the lever open. Now I've got the one guard with the lever closed, and then I moved back to no guard with the lever closed up towards the top. And again, the more you guys fade and cut your own hair, the more you'll start to understand where to open and close the lever and which guards to use to get a nice blended look. Okay, so now I'm just using my liner to line up my beard. Decided to switch views so that you guys can see from a better angle how I'm lining myself up, how I'm lining up my beard. Lining up the side of my beard, get a nice crisp edge. I didn't used to line up the side of my beard, but now I do because I like having a nice sharp edge on the side. Line up the inner parts around the goatee area. So now I'm going to use the 1.5 guard with the lever closed. I'm just going over to make sure that the hair on my beard, my facial hair, is nice and even throughout. coming back, doing some last minute touches. I really like my facial hair lines to be nice and crisp, so go back and get that nice crisp line. Doing some last minute detailing. Again, I like everything to be crisp, so I have no problem going back over things to make sure everything is how I like it. Okay, and now everything's done. Gonna hop in the shower, twist up my hair, put a little bit of moisturizer in it and see how it looks. And here's the finished product. After I've gotten out of the shower, do a little 360 view so you guys can see my hair. And there we go. Well, I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like this content and you want to get more content like it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in that comment section down below. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.